This is David Schofield. Basically what's happening is that David is cooking with things that you can find inside the farmer's market. So you can make all of these things in the comfort of your own home. You just have the added privilege of watching David do it.
Hey, look, thank you very much. Look, anyone who was here earlier saw I did a couple of quick breakfast dishes. I'm going to move it on now to what I'd call a few more lighter lunch dishes. So I'm going to do a spinach and fennel pasta with fresh oyster juices, butter sauce, and last but not least, some handmade lemon pasta. Okay, so kicking this off to begin with, I've got here a little bit of spinach. As with all good spinach, it's still got dirt on it. Now, you go to the supermarket, you see the pre-washed and all the rest that you see in the little seal bags. Have you ever wondered how they kill all the insects and get them clean? Anyone have any idea? Does anyone want to know? Who here likes bleach? Because basically they use chlorine or bleach to clean the leaves. So what we've got here is I've got some fresh spinach. What I'm doing is as I'm pulling off the leaves, I'll just pull a leaf off. There's a vein down the back. Okay, now if I pinch it off here, I have a big piece of string coming down the middle. So all I'm doing is holding it like that and pulling. And if you see, basically I've taken the vein right out of the middle. So all I'm doing is just giving this a quick wash, and then I'm going to drain it. I'm going to give it 2 or 3 washes. Now, opening oysters. I'm doing it fresh here, and what I'm going to do, I've got an oyster here, and I'm going to put my hand in a cloth. Okay? Don't try and do it, and I've seen this done by guys in the kitchen where they'll do this, and then they put all their weight on it, and yeah, I can see a lady at the front going, oh no. Yes, it does happen. So, again, I'm going to open the oyster. Now, as you look at the oyster, there's a little hinge at the back. All I'm going to do is get the knife, put a bit more cloth on my hand, and just push in there, just so I get the tip in. And then all I'm going to do is above this bowl, and I'm just taking the cloth off, so you can see, I'm just going to wiggle it. And if you see there, all of the juice is just coming out of it. All I'm going to do is just scrape off all of that juice. I don't want to waste that juice, that's a lot of flavour. And then I'm just going to pull that meat away from the shell. That obviously you can't eat. What we're going to do, we're going to sweat down the garlic with a little bit of olive oil. I'm then going to blanch off or cook some fresh pasta, which is the lemon pasta, which is made inside. And then we're just going to toss this together. Now the idea with this is I'm not really going to cook the oysters. I'm going to warm them through, but I'm not really going to cook them so that they are cooked all the way through and quite firm. I want them nice and fresh and soft. I really like the texture, so that's what I'm going to do. A little bit of salt here on my smoked garlic. And all I'm going to do is just crush down the garlic so I get a nice paste. Nobody wants a big mouth of garlic or a big piece. As you can see, it doesn't take long with some salt. So there we go, just chop that down. And then that's into a pan. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put plenty of salt. Okay? Now it looks like quite a bit, but the reality is I want to season the pasta. Got water, pan, bit of garlic infused olive oil into the pan. Maybe not quite the big piece. The pasta I'm going to blanch. Okay, now this is lemon pasta, it's all hand cut. And all I'm going to do is just put this in and just hold on to it so that it just starts to wilt and go in. I don't want to chuck it all and let it fall over the edge. And then I'm just going to keep it moving just for a few minutes, just like that. What this does is just separate all the pasta up, lets it soften. Okay, now fresh pasta takes approximately 4 minutes to cook. Dried pasta, anything from 10 to 15 minutes. Squeeze out all of that excess water like that. That's just going to go into the pan. That's it. That's all that's going to happen. Just going to spread that around on the bottom. I'm getting a nice garlic flavour. Now, I haven't got a sauce, and we all like to have a sauce with our pasta, but what I'm going to use is the liquid. It's just a quick sieve. Serve that in, and I've managed to get the last bits of the shell out. So we've got nice pasta, and it's going to be mixed with this lovely juice. But I want to make it a little bit creamy, so what do? A pinch of butter. Well, a bit more than a pinch, but hey, you know. So I'm going to put that in. A little bit of seasoning, and again, if you were here earlier, I'm not going to season this with pepper. I have a pet hate about pepper and everything. Just going to check my pasta, and again, this is really, really, really quick. All right, and again, just a quick toss. Now that butter's melting, so all I want to do is basically mix this through. All right, just mix that through, and what's going to happen, that butter's going to melt, make a buttery little sauce. Our oysters are getting dropped in. Drain off our pasta. Again, this is not high speed. It doesn't require special equipment. It doesn't require, you know, a huge amount of time. This literally is a 5-minute meal with just a few ingredients. And it's this perfect sort of thing. You know, you could cook at home, cook with friends, cook with family. It's not hard. Okay, now we've got the lemon pappardelle. I'm just getting all the excess water off it. Now I know that's cooked from experience, but that's nice and sticky. It's got a nice sticky texture, and it's really al dente, which basically means to the tooth. That's going to go in there. Okay, and then that is really, really quick spinach and oyster pappardelle. Okay, and all I'm going to do is put through a bit of fresh Italian parsley. And there we have it. That is really quick, really simple. There's no roasted peppers, there's none of that. And you there have basically lemon pappardelle with spinach and oysters and oyster juices. And I'll just plate that up and I'll have a bit of a nibble. This is beautiful. This is really, really fresh pasta. So any of the guys out there, you could cook this. You could go home tonight. You could cook this for your partners without any problem at all. We'll put the oysters on top. There we go. And that's really, really simple. There we are. Very, very, very quick. Very, very, very simple. There's your sauce, there's your pasta, there's your garlic, there's everything. Done.